Your next chapter needs strategy, not hesitation. Welcome in, my air signs. This reading is going to be for my Libras, Geminis, and Aquarius. This is a money mindset reading. In these readings, I always want us to have the understanding that any type of expansion that we're hoping for, whether that's in the career sector or the money, it involves being in the appropriate mindset. And keep in mind that money isn't just physical, it's energetic. It's where you spend your time, it's what you're paying attention to, and it's how and why you're investing your energy into something. All of that is energetic currency. So keep that in mind as we go through these energies, my butterflies. My air signs, starting your reading off, we have the energy in your current energy. We have the energy of the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles energy is all about exchange. This is energy of reciprocity. This could be about support, resources flowing in for you. This could be about the balance between giving and receiving. So for you, my air signs, this energy could feel like you are beginning to examine the relationship that you have with money and where you're exchanging your energy. So you may be asking yourself with this Six of Pentacles energy where you are overgiving in situations. You may be asking yourself, are you undervaluing yourself? Are you receiving as openly as you are giving? See, this is a lot of giving. Are you receiving as openly as you're being given? Are your resources circulating wisely for you? This card could also, suggest opportunities for assistance. This could be an opportunity for collaborations, networking, or finally receiving support where you may have previously felt like you lacked it. And in the area for what's shifting, we have the Two of Swords energy. So what's shifting for you is the energy of indecision. That is becoming the strategy. That has been the strategy. So the Two of Swords is an energy that usually represents avoidance, your hesitations, fear of making the wrong choice, or feeling like you're at a mental gridlock. But this energy is being clarified by smart decisions, money moves energy, about being strategic with your investments, making your money work. So my air signs, this energy is saying that you're moving past, the energies where you may be overthinking. You're moving towards a place where you are stepping into energies of having intentional planning. This energy is really, really connected. It feels very connected to, your finances, to business decisions, to which direction you want to take, in your career. This is about investments of your time and your energy. And because my air signs, you naturally live in the mind. You're always all in your head. So you're learning how, what's shifting for you is you're learning how to stop circling possibilities and finally commit to one particular direction. You're getting out of your head and stopping out, the mental mind games, the mental agility, the mental gymnastics, thank you, Spirit, of trying to figure something out and making the decisions, stepping into a place where you're developing strategy. And in the position for what's the hidden blockage, we have the energy of the Star. This is the deepest part. This is the center of the reading. So this is the deepest part of what's shifting for you in terms of your finances. Because the Star energy normally symbolizes that you have hope, inspiration. This energy is about visibility. The Star energy, being in this position could be about, some plans failing. But the Star energy is usually about future vision, healing. But like I said, it's in the blockage position. So my air signs, you may be still emotionally attached to some type of failed narrative, a story that you keep replaying over and over again in your head. Because clarifying, we have this the blocked and blessed energy. This energy says stop editing stories that flopped. This energy says your ex isn't an unfinished project. This energy is endings, detachment, and closure. So this energy is saying that you may be at this point in time, it's temporary, but you may be temporarily attached to, some type of failed outcome, a narrative, disappointments. You may be attached to versions of yourself that didn't work out, that didn't work out. You may have gotten yourself involved in situations, when you were one version of yourself, and now that you have experienced, energy of growth, because the star energy is a good omen. You have had, inspiration. You have had, good things that have shown up to show you that you are on the right path. But because something may not be aligning with the old version of you, that may be what is creating the obstacle or blockages for you. That's so interesting. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this energy is really pretty much just saying, stop trying to rewrite those endings that were meant to close. So this could be attached to old business ideas that you had, some type of plans that you put into fruition that didn't work out. This could be about missed opportunities. How you identified in the last place that you worked at. You could be still trying to operate in that energy or hope that things, turn out, in that way for you currently. This also could be about relationships that may have the tendency to affect your self worth. This energy is about a fear of starting over. So mentally, you may be replaying the past over and over again instead of fully redirecting your energy towards the future. And so, like I said, you all stay in your head a whole lot. So, anytime that you get in your head, anytime that you feel overwhelmed, or anytime that mentally you feel mentally attached to a situation, that could always be an energy that'll create stagnations and blockages for you, my air signs. And the energy for Spirit's advice for you, we have the energy of freedom through faith. This energy says, I calm my thoughts and rise above fear. I free myself of all doubt and entrusting my doubts to God. I have faith in God's perfect timing and placement. I trust His will and find freedom. My air sign, this energy is not about, having reckless faith. This is, trusting your intuition. This is trusting, the areas and the positions and where you are growing. This is about trusting that wherever, a path is being directed for you, where you see that energy showing up for you, this is about trusting that that is right, that is connected, that is aligned with you. This is about trusting that anything that ends, anything that stops, anything that's taken away, that happens to create space for something else. And the word freedom, that word really, really matters in this situation. Because you may be unconsciously, you may be trapping yourselves, in some old stories. Or over identifying with the setbacks that you've been through. This could be about a fear of uncertainty. You could be so uncertain about how things are going to turn out that you remain mentally stuck. Because freedom comes when you stop trying to hold on to the past and you trust where Spirit is trying to guide you. You trust where Spirit is leading you. And in the energy for the best possible outcome that Spirit has available for you, If you trust this energy, if you be mindful of where you're investing your time, where you're paying attention, where your focus is, we have the energy of the rose. The rose energy is all about financial relief, being content, love and care energy. So with this energy, this is roses, it's earthly, so it's giving grounded. Roses, are about, roses have an emotional connection. So this could be, feeling emotionally peaceful. This rose could be about being feeling safe. This is not about flashy abundance or, any um chaotic, get rich quick schemes, or do something, in a hurry type of energy, is what I'm hearing. This is the energy of relief, feeling security, support. This is authentic growth, emotional peace around your finances, about around your personal security. I've been talking about that a lot, personal security. Because personal security is more powerful, in the long term. Not having the energies of dependency, where you can stand on your own 2 feet. That is a more stable place for you to be in long term, and that can bring you back to that energy where you feel safe and secure. So my air signs, you can. This energy is basically saying that you can absolutely stabilize your finances. But you have to stop emotionally investing into things that have already shown you that they are over with, that they're done, that they have ended. Because you're through this through this process, you are allowing what has ended to, make room to create space for what's new for you, what's meant for you. Whether that's in your creating a new business, growing, going into business, or growing the business that you currently have. This could be in the energy, like I said, your finances, in your money, growing your bank account, growing in terms of where you want to be career wise for the long term. But it's going to take you understanding that you having that freedom, stepping into the energy of faith, staying in the energy of calm in your thoughts, rising above that fear, my butterflies. It's going to take that for you to you do as you choose. This is what spirit is advising, but it's going to take you stepping into an energy of faith, freeing yourself. If you choose it, my butterflies, it's going to take that to get you to that place of being content again. So this energy is giving full energy. It's giving stepping out on her faith. It was so interesting that it fell right beside the star card. My butterflies, I hope these messages have helped you to make the best possible decisions for your highest good, my air signs. I appreciate you always for being here. Always remember that my healing is your healing and your healing is mine. So let's transform together. Welcome to your metamorphosis, butterflies. And until next time, my air signs, you all have a blessed, loved, and safe rest of your day.